One of the signs of very poor education and upbringing is that can't even pronounce simple words. What's the meaning of integrity? Integrity. What does that mean? Can somebody tell this semi-illiterate, swashbuckle, crisis loving, gentleman that this river state belongs to all of us, not him alone, and that will resist you. You won't get away with all this nonsense you're doing. You think because nobody's talking to you. You're a very, very big fool and idiot. You have forgotten the days you used to wash my car. And I used to feed you and pay your school fees. You think you can talk to me anyhow? You're just an idiot.
First of all, somebody sent a video to me where somebody was ranting that the semi-literate. I have no problem about that. At least semi, not that I'll be fully literate. I've tried, is it not?
Right, everyone. There was a video trending online of Ohanaeze Ndigbo talking tough about Nyesom Wike. I want you to watch this video.
One of the signs of very poor education and upbringing is that can't even pronounce simple words. What's the meaning of integrity? Integrity. What does that mean? Can somebody tell this semi-illiterate, swashbuckle, crisis loving, gentleman that this river state belongs to all of us, not him alone, and that will resist you. You won't get away with all this nonsense you're doing. You think because nobody's talking to you. You're a very, very big fool and idiot. You have forgotten the days you used to wash my car. And I used to feed you and pay your school fees. You think you can talk to me anyhow? You're just an idiot.
First of all, somebody sent a video to me where somebody was ranting that the semi-literate. I have no problem about that. At least semi, not that I'll be fully literate. I've tried, is it not? Said I was washing his car. Fine. Somebody who was washing his car has grown to be chairman of council, to be governor, to be two-time minister. And somebody who has not even gotten to this level is saying I was washing his car. I don't want to go into those kind of things. Said, I'm a gentleman. That's what he said. That loves crisis. Can a gentleman love crisis? Somebody who said I'm a semi-literate is saying that a gentleman that loves crisis. The person who read to the moon, making such contradiction. So you can see in politics that when you are, what I ask is, I was chairman of council. Ask me when I was chairman of council, what did you do for the people of Obiakpo? Ask me when I was Minister of State Education, what did you do for River State? Ask me when I was governor, what did you do for the state? Ask me now, as Minister of FCT, what's the benefit of Rivers people for Tinubu's government? If you're a senator, they ask you, what do you do in 8 years in the Senate? Is that an abuse? Is that an abuse? I just ask question. You were a senator for 8 years. Tell us what you did. It's accountability. All I thought the person would have done was say, yes, as a senator for 8 years, I did this, I did that, and it benefited the people of the state. It's not a crime. It's not an abuse. Just tell us what you did. I can stand here today what I did in all these positions I have held. And therefore, I can tell Rivers people, just like I told you in 2023, to support Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ask me, what is the benefit of Rivers people? The kind of appointments that Rivers State have gotten has never happened in the history of the state.
A biggie man, 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 a biggie man. He don't know for size, a biggie man, a biggie man, a biggie man, a biggie man.
So, I can go home and sleep and be happy. As if anything happens today, Rivers people will know that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has touched their lives. Today we have federal investors in Nogoni. Today, Body Road has been completed. People have been playing politics with all this. But the man came within 2 years, see what he has done. So I can walk majestically and say our support for Tinubu did not go in vain. So you, who say you were a senator, come and tell your people, I did this, I did that. It's not to abuse somebody. Semi-Literate, I agree. Washing motor, I agree. Where you are having problems is denying, no be so. A motor washer became chairman of council, which they wanted to be, and they couldn't get it. A motor washer became Minister of State Education, Semi-Literate, which they didn't get. A motor washer became governor of one of the important states in Nigeria for 8 years. That time when I was signing contracts for their company, they didn't know I was a semi-literate. That time they were coming to my office every day. I had the clip of how they were presenting a semi-illiterate. When you tell people the truth, they become angry. The truth is the truth. So, if you like, abuse me as you want to abuse. It will not change. I said we have taken a decision in this state, and nothing will happen other than what we have said.
Now, Nyesom Wike have come out to respond to that video, and it's a very vicious response at that. Now, Wike is letting us know that he's a man in the middle of the storm, and that he's ready to take up anyone that wants to come his way. Now, as you know, the general election is fast approaching, and Wike, from all indication, doesn't want Fubara to come back. Now, and then for him to realize that goal, he must cause a lot of storm in the state. Now, in the video you watched earlier on, we saw the Ohanaeze Ndigbo, which I believe is from River State, telling Wike that the state belongs to everybody. But Wike seems to be to want to pocket that state, and everyone is turning against him. Now that the 2027 general election is fast approaching, Wike is bent on ensuring that Fubara does not come back. So Wike has so many enemies to contend with, and Fubara, being smart enough, decided to pitch his tent in the All Progressive Congress, which is the ruling party, which is the party at the center. Now, with that in mind, and with this brewing crisis in River State, how will Wike find his way in this matter? How will he survive this political gang up against him? Let's not forget that even the president this time around may have to step in this matter. He has stepped in the matter during the crisis of emergency rule. Now, in this particular matter, the president may be forced to step in because they have vested interest in River State, and the governor himself is now an APC member. Now, both of them now, Fubara and Wike, definitely will be fighting tooth and nail to ensure they win the trust of the president. But that aside, now that Wike has come for the Ohanaeze Ndigbo president by firing back, now don't you think Wike is doing too much? He seems ready. He seems more of a politician than an administrator. Though Wike is an administrator, we know what he has done in Abuja, and he's still currently doing in Abuja, and what he did in Rivers State. All that we count for him as an administrator, but he's more of a politician that is loudmouth, who wouldn't want any insults to go by without him responding. Now he has responded to the man that called him semi-illiterate, and we all know, you can see in that video the way he responded on the issue of being called a semi-illiterate. Now it's left for us now to see who wins the battle. So far, it seems that Amechi has abandoned Rivers State in the hands of Wike. So Wike now is in charge of the Rivers State. So he has so many people to contend with, and one of them is the sitting governor. So let me have your take on the matter. What is Wike up to? This 2027 is going to speak louder than we ever seen since 1999 in our political history. Wike doesn't want to lose his political relevance in Rivers State, and he still wants to win the confidence of the president by ensuring that the president wins in Rivers State. Fubara wants to ensure the president wins in Rivers State. Also, Wike wants to ensure that the president wins in Rivers State, and both of them are tussling. They are tussling with one another to ensure that Fubara is kicked out on the part of Wike, and then Fubara wants to remain as governor after 2027. Hit me up in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button so that you want to see videos from my end. I'll see you in another video.